everyone. We are right here at Microsoft Ignite, and I have EY. We are going to be talking about his journey into tech, challenges, and also your career path from when you started and now. So, if you can introduce yourself.
Hi, so I've never used one of these before. This is my first time. So my name is EY Kalman. I work in the Microsoft BizApps technology space. I'm also known as the CRM Ninja, which I've got on the back. So that's cool. I'm the only CRM Ninja that's out there. CRM stand for client, could be anybody with it. It's not a specific product for it. And I've been working in technology now for way longer than I care to say, but it's more than 15 years
Wow, that's a
around
lot.
it. It is.
So, hi EY. If you can just let us know how you got started in tech. Yeah.
So I've been playing around since with technology since I was really, really small. I used to build computers, play around with stuff. I built my own computer when I was about 14 or so. I used to build and sell computers in my spare time. To teachers, officially, I was allowed to do so, although outside of school, we weren't allowed to sell inside of school. That was fun, and just been playing around with it. I love what technology does for people. Over the years, I've transitioned into various different things, but that's really how I came into technology. My first job in technology was actually through a family friend. They were looking for somebody to handle their IT support. They were around for a meal with my family. They mentioned it. I said, hey, I'm happy to take a look at it. I was a bit brash and cocky at that young age. When interviewed, not with them, of course, that'd be conflict of interest, but interviewed, and they asked me a load of terms. I had no idea what they were. Went out and bought books from the bookshop the next day, and they offered me the job. So that's how I got in a support role in Dynamics.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I have the next question for you, EY, and that has to do like what was okay. I think you got it from your family friend, but what do you think on your first job? How was your experience just starting out?
It was very different to what I thought it would be. Having jobs usually are, especially if you haven't had a forward job before. So it was okay. I mean, I learned stuff. I got thrown after a few months on site at client. I was not expecting to have to handle client engagement interactions with the limited experience that I had, but it was definitely a very much a learning curve. What I would say is very important, though, in general, through people's careers, whether you're just starting out or you're experienced, there are 2 points. The first thing is you need a manager who believes in you, right? If you don't have somebody who believes in your capabilities and just puts you down and say you'll never amount to anything, that's going to be a problem. You're going to really struggle to progress forward. The second thing is to have a mentor. And this is one of these amazing things about the Microsoft community, right? You can go to events and talk to people, and you can get to know people, and you can ask them to mentor you. They don't need to be in your organization. Ideally, they shouldn't be in your organization. But offhand, I can think of 3 people who I talk to on a regular basis who are mentors of mine, who are more advanced in their career than I am, who I ask for advice, or they give advice regardless because I know them that well. Sometimes it's harsh advice, but we need to hear it. But I think those 2 points are really key to advancing in your career. And if you're somewhere where whoever it is not believing in you, think about switching to somewhere where you can get somebody who does believe in you, whether that's an internal move or an external move.
Yeah, true. Thank you so much, EY. And the last question I have for you, I think you have given a lot of advice, like talking about mentorship and everything else. So, for you, when you started your career then and now, what advice would you give yourself?
Oh boy, I was a shy young person back then. What advice would I give myself?
Yeah.
Probably be more forward in looking at newer technologies that were coming out
Okay.
and get involved in community earlier on. For the first probably 8 years of my career, I was not involved in community at all. I only actually started to attend user events in the late 2010s, so I think my first one that I attended was 2018 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually Summit EMEA in Dublin in 2018. I had no idea who anyone was, although now I know so many people who were there at the same time for it. But get involved in community, because the analogy I always use, especially if organizations don't like people who go to events because they're worried about being poached, is like, if I have an apple and you take the apple, I don't have the apple anymore. If I have an idea or a concept and I share it with you, I don't lose that. You gain it, and you have your own take on it. Everybody has something to share, no matter how junior or inexperienced you are, and it's that own flavor of it. And going and getting involved in user groups in the Microsoft community will give you such a jumping off block. It is unbelievable. Push yourself to speak, blog, do whatever you want, whatever suits you. Not everybody is comfortable with doing everything, I know that myself. I remember when I started my blog, I'm not a public persona in that way. Now I do blog quite a bit, but push yourself to it because they will uplift you and it can also help in your career. I can think of at least two positions that I've got because of people that I know in the community who enabled and assisted me in getting in them and gave references for me with it. So get involved in the community.
Yeah. So thank you so much, EY. See you in the next episode. Bye. Okay. Thank you.